Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Good morning, you guys. I'm a little sleepy again. I gotta start my life. Hello, hello. Good morning. Yay, Pokemon. What happened with Pokemon while I was gone, you guys? Something good happened? Yeah? Did they release a new game or something? Yeah. Ooh, Pokemon, no. Okay, give me a second. I just have to start my live stream. Live was loading really slow today. I'm 2 minutes late to my live stream. I'm gonna be crucified. Just kidding. Hi, everybody. Hi. Alright, tech chat on my live. There we go. Alright. Oh no, 2 minutes late. It's all over. Alright. Good morning, Rihanna. Good morning. Rihanna knows what I was up late doing. Rihanna knows. Rihanna is bore witness. Cyan bore witness. Hi, Cyan. Hello, Zaz 34 Chin 56. Hi, Beaker. Hi, Tendera. Hi, J5U83249. How are you? Ocean was also up late. We were all up late, you guys. I'm up late to get lucky. What's the song? I'm up all night to get lucky. Anyways. Welcome to today's Tech Chat. Yes, Dr. Fish is still a fairy over on Twitch. That's not a slur. He's literally has fairy wings on. Late ski. Listen, I was only 2 minutes late on Analive and like 1 minute late on Twitch. Okay. Hello. Hi, Argo. Good morning, you guys. Ocean, what anime character does Rixie look like? I look like Rixie. What do you mean, what anime character do I look like? I look like myself. I am an anime character. Hi, N. Yes. Okay. You guys, this is another day that another week. Excuse me. I mean, another week where I did not have a lot of time to prepare and learn about everything going on, especially because of my business trip. And I mean, I sure learned a lot of stuff at my business trip about potential tech topics, but I can't or won't disclose them because I'm worried that you could trace it back to what event I went to. What is my job? My job is being a robot at Brightfield Technologies. That's my job. I just do various AI-related tasks. Rihanna! What is that kid? Is that the real Rihanna? Wait. Oh, Rihanna's Android. Wait, why are you dead? Rigacy. Why are your eyes X's? Ooh. Hi, Rihanna. Game Freak lives up to their name. I know, right? Alright, hi, Yui. Hello. Alright, you guys, we're gonna get started on the topics, the tech topics. Like I said, I was on a business trip, so I didn't have that much time to like research topics or like even read like my normal feeds. Like really, honestly, I barely like looked at my normal feeds throughout the week, but I did gather some interesting topics, hopefully, that we could talk about today. I was trying to find a good page to pull up for the whole Pokemon thing, and I feel like this Know Your Meme article is like the most helpful. So, every wild story you need to know from the Pokemon Game Freak Giga Leak. First, let me explain what we know about the Pokemon leak. Basically, it looks like they were hacked because apparently Game Freak released a very standard like breach statement where they were like, we are aware that some employees, it was in Japanese, I would have it pulled up, but it was in Japanese. So like I don't know how I could like translate it like you know what I mean. So, oh, can I tell you about the robot fish? Of course, this is Dr. Fish. He is a little medical helper. He's got all kinds of medicines, band-aids, bandages, fun little gummies and stuff like that, all stored in his refrigerated body in case anybody gets sick during my stream. All right, so if you're feeling sick, let me know and Dr. Fish will help. Anyways, Zach, I'd actually love to talk all about Dr. Fish and his backstory, but right now we're doing the tech chat, which is a very specific topic. I did not build it myself though. But anyways, so yes, they released like a basic statement basically saying they were hacked and some of their employee data was stolen. It seems like a little bit more than their employee data was stolen, but I think that these leaks do tell us a lot about their employees because apparently there was multiple, not just Typhlosion, excuse me, not just Typhlosion. Don't let Nintendo see this. Oh wait, oh my gosh, Tethra, thank you. I was looking for something like this. I mean, I was not, because why would I would never want to look at stolen material. Never. Hi, Sanjiwoo. Hi. Okay, Zach, if you ask another irrelevant question, I am going to mute you for this stream. Hi, Sanjiwoo. Hi, Witzel. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm talking about the freak leaks. The Game Freak leaks. All right, so if you guys don't know, Tether sent me a list that is helpful for my research. I'm good. Now the interesting thing to know besides just the crazy stories that came out of it is that the actual source codes of shit was leaked. Okay, so you know, people can now install, emulate, mod potentially different all right, Zach, you know what, I'm going to mute you, and also you seem like you're like 6 years old, so when you come back I'll probably mute you again too. So people can do what they please. Okay, they can have their way with the source code for I think Pokemon Black and White. I don't know what other, but Sun and Moon maybe? I don't know. Lots of crazy stuff. Lots of crazy shit. Hi, Rebel. Hi, Stuffed Christ. Hello. The map editor for Gen 3 was leaked. Yeah. So you can probably see like a bunch of bootleg shit coming out. Hi, Omega. All right. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. I mean, we are here to talk about that, but but I do want to talk about, because I'm not actually that privy. I was not that privy to what was going on. Thank you for the follow, Omega. Because I was on my trip when this happened, so I didn't even really get that much of a chance to look into all this and what people were talking about with Typhlosion. But I'm gonna kind of like go through this article from Know Your Meme. Typhlosion. Okay, so Typhlosion. It says here. It contains, the Giga Leak contains a lengthy fable in which Typhlosion kidnaps an underage girl, makes her forget her family, and fathers a half-human, half-Pokemon child with her. Bruh. When I heard, oh, everyone was like, damn, Typhlosion, damn. I was like, yo, Typhlosion hit it. And then, okay, here's the thing. And all I heard was that he impregnated a lady, okay? I did not know it was an underage girl that he gaslighted, okay? I did not know that, all right? So, so I was just like, damn, the Typhlosion got the punani, yeah. Go Typhlosion. Why is everybody mad? Don't we want to have sex with Pokemon? And then no, apparently no. No, it was bad. Yeah. Hi, Smoking Roach. Oh my gosh. You shouldn't smoke, especially with just a tiny body. I hope you're okay. How you doing? You feel so bad for Typhlosion for president. Oh, yeah. It's rough. It's rough when stuff like that happens. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, now there is some context. The Typhlosion story specifically may be inspired by old folk tales about Mujina, It would be Mujina in Japanese. A mythical Japanese creature resembling a badger that Typhlosion may be based on. In folklore, Mujina is a shape-shifting yokai capable of deceiving humans. Okay, but does the Mujina fuck underage girls? I mean, is that part of the Mujina? It's not even getting into the slacking. That's not even getting into the slacking links. We'll get into the slacking leaks. I don't know what the slacking leaks are. What are they? This is crazy. It's a meme of like people shoving microphones in Typhlosion's face, and they're like, "Will you be making a video addressing the allegations? Will you talk about the allegations? Is it true she was a minor? Oh my gosh!" And Typhlosion's like, "Leave me alone." All right, Octillery. All right, the Octillery story features a human Pokemon mating depicted in the dry language typical of mythology. Okay, so no salacious. All right, a man discovers an octopus-like Pokemon on a beach. After several encounters, the Octillery bears him a son. Oh, so this time now. So wait, he got the Octopussy? Wait a second. Whoa. Why did they even write these stories? Oh, Jay, I'm sure it was for, very legitimate Pokédex listen. Each Pokemon has their own story. It's yeah. Can you imagine someone got paid to write these? Okay. It says, frankly, the more interesting part of this tale concerns the fact that the child born of man and Octillery ends up fighting an Ursaring to the death in hand-to-hand combat. Another version replaces Octillery with a Lapras. Oh, I think I like that version better. If you had to give me a choice, Lapras or Octillery to smash. I mean, Octillery's got tentacles, but if you had to give me a choice of which one to impregnate, probably Lapras. All right. Slacking story. I'm literally learning about this for the first time. The slacking story also uses interspecies relations as a plot device. A woman and a village torture local Slackoths and Vigoroths. One day, the woman gets injured and is captured by a group of Slackoths and Vigoroths. This sounds like something I read on Wattpad. Ultimately has her... Wait... ultimately has her... What does that mean? She gets captured... Like... Oh, shit. You like Lapras's seductive eyes. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's just like the what's the word? The like immaculate feminine charm of freaking Lapras. Just sit on her back and like nuzzle her. Anyways, he basically said, "I shall now blank myself with this fish." I shall now pleasure myself with this fish. Yeah, basically. Fade to black. Ooh. Yeah, the child is then murdered by the villagers and the woman drowns herself. Wait a second. Yo, that's sad as hell. What the fuck? All right, well, why is this... There's no explicit discussion of how the slacking impregnates the woman. Okay, Rapidash. A story concerning the horse Rapidash. It does not involve any implied mating. Wait. Instead, a man from the West desires to wed a sentient Rapidash for its mane. The two are married, and the Rapidash instructs the man on how to interact with others of her species. Interesting. Original draft of the character Skyla, a flying type gym leader in Pokemon Black and White. It says, a large-chested Latina woman like Jennifer Lopez. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny that they were like, yeah, all right, and we're gonna make her a Latina mommy, and she's gonna have big boobies like Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, that's how we're gonna make our gym leader. Hi, Yuto. Mr. Hands is canon. Ooh, I don't know. It was a female Rapidash, so no. It's implied she falls unconscious and wakes up back mysteriously home. Oh no. Hi, Himiko Toga. We're talking about the Pokemon leaks right now. But yes, you guys, this is just wild. This is wild, not only just like because of the content, but like the fact that Game Freak got fucking leaked. Listen, these video game companies, hi, you love Pokemon? I'm so sorry. I'm guessing that you're too young to comprehend the details of what I'm talking about right now, but Yeah. Apparently, Pokemon are very misbehaved in these leaks. You love Pokemon. Uh-oh. I mean, hope we don't love Pokemon a little too much. But anyways, so that is the Pokemon leaks. I don't know if there was anything else that I like didn't anything groundbreaking that I didn't skim over at least. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because I heard about these leaks, and yes, I was kind of like, you have 200 Pokemon cards. I gotta be honest with you, that's rookie numbers. I gotta have at least 1,500 Pokemon cards. Anyways, but they're all old. They're all old Pokemon cards. But yeah, so when I first heard about this, I was curious about the actual leak content. But one of my first thoughts was like, how did this happen? Who did this? It's honestly more impressive that this stuff went unleaked for 25 years. Well, I mean, that's the thing. The fact that it did go unleaked for that long made me think that Pokemon had better security. Maybe my parents were right. Maybe Pokemon was a plan to make furries. I think, I think you would be naive to think that there wasn't some furry people on the fucking Pokemon team. Yeah, several generations of employees with none of them slipping up. I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, the insider leaks, the lack of insider leaks, I guess would be more surprising, but the like I would expect companies like Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. I think Game Freak was the one. Well, Game Freak was the one that was leaked. It was hacked. Sorry, it wasn't the Pokemon Company that was hacked. I believe it was just Game Freak. It's honestly pretty standard shamanistic Shinto kind of stuff. Yeah, Jank, but it's funnier if we just think about it, with our tiny American brains and be like, ha 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 ha, Pokemon fucking humans, ha ha. It is the second time they got social engineered into a hack. Did they say it was social engineering? I'm behind, Ted. I'm probably behind on the thing because I was trying to see if they had more details, but all I had seen was that they basically confirmed that there was a hack and that employee data was stolen. But yeah, if they find out like who did this and like how it was done, if it was social engineering. If you have more details, Tether, feel free to share them, but I'd be curious to know, like, what the email was. It'd be like, we got, click this link for saucy Typhlosion pics. Click this link for exclusive Rapidash video. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they got them, but that's sure interesting. If you want to talk about freaky sexual dynamos, there's Hex Maniac over there. Wait, what? I'm not looking at are you talking about the side? Oh, this stuff? Oh, yeah. It's in the link? Oh. Let me scroll back. Let me see. Anywhere besides the original source, which I am... Oh. Oh, so this is this page was actually put up by the actual person who did it, huh? I don't know. Does it say, what do they say how they did it? It looks like, oh, so it does look like they hacked this person's account. Yeah. They hacked this person's account, which is Takabe Takuto. Okay, I see. Interesting. Anyways, thank you, Beaker. Thank you for the awesome, Margo. Hi, Karma. Hi. All right, Himiko Toga, thank you for the macaron. Himiko Toga, if you don't stop randomly posting about your own Pokemon cards while I'm trying to talk about technology, then you are gonna get muted. Thank you. You guys, I can't believe the kids are up this early in the morning. Don't they sleep in on the weekends? Anyways. Alright, very interesting. Maybe I'll have to investigate that a little bit more, like who that person is and how they got hacked. But that is this. Okay. Fucking X. Let's take a look at these fucking terms of service, you guys. This page is pretty much worthless. This is, okay, so this page here, Hi, Nier. Hi, Darkletrax. Hello, hello. We stand for tech and Pocosi. Yeah. So, this page is supposedly X's summary of. Oh, excuse me. This is X's supposed explanation of the updates to terms and service and terms and privacy policy, but this shit is absolutely like PR language shit. They're like, we clarified, quote unquote, clarified our terms. I don't know. Yeah, the changes that have everybody threatening to leave Twitter. Exactly. Can we talk about our Pokemon cards over here? I mean, you can like mention it offhand, but it's kids who don't care about the topic and only care about themselves. That's what's fucking happening. Don't. I need to stop because I'm gonna just get angry. All right, it's kids whose fucking cerebral cortex is not fully developed, and they come into people's streams and they talk about what they want to talk about because they're selfish little bitches. That's what's happening. Okay, but anyways, all right, I fucking hate kids. Anyways. All right, we're talking about the fucking tech chat. If you come here, you're not ready to talk about fucking tech chat. Fucking leave. All right, leave and find a nice ditch to lie on. All right, if you're gonna come over here and fuck with me this early in the morning, fuck you. Anyways, this is X admitting they are using the content for training while every other company is not. Well. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but every social media company... I hate to break it to you, but every social media company is probably doing this shit. Except maybe Bluesky, but I don't know. I'm going to check. I'm going to look it up. Thank you so much for the gifts, Argo. Thank you. Thank you for the blow case. Mwah. I was getting a little angry. Because I thought I left this shit behind. But anyways. They probably only did it ahead of restrictive legislation, probably. I mean, yeah, eventually, if not already in some states, they're going to make it so that companies need to tell you when they're training their shit on they're training their AI on your shit, because since there's no laws in place, I guarantee you every company was rushing to fucking steal everybody's data before the laws came into place. The entire point of social media as a business is to collect their data and sell it. Exactly. Like, yes, X is especially egregious just in terms of the guy running it is a lunatic, okay? But I promise you other social media accounts that you have are also taking your data and using it to train AI. Go ahead and read the terms of service. Bluesky's absolutely partnered with AI companies. They just aren't admitting it. Well, we'll look into it. All right? So yeah, this is garbage. But let's look at the actual terms of service. Okay, this is the current terms of service. This is the updated terms of service. I have not done a side by side until now. All right, so let's go. But since we're not gonna read the whole thing, you guys. Okay, that's too long. Let's go to. Oh wait, you know what? It's not that long. Wait, their terms of service is this short? That in itself is interesting. There should have been regulations set up 4 years ago or even longer. Now the genie's out of the lamp, it's harder to put back in. Yeah, it's a sticky situation. It's definitely one of the downsides of AI is that it's developing. AI is developing much faster then they can regulate it. This is just true. All right, so here's the first difference I'm seeing. You must abide by the service's acceptable use terms, right? Wait, when posting content, wait. Yeah, okay, so this is the first difference. This is the old version. This is the current version and then it's gonna update. Perplexity extension has a summarized page button, by the way. Oh, I will look into that. All right. You must abide by the service's acceptable use terms. You may not access the services in any way other than through the currently available published interfaces that we provide. Okay, so this is like you can't use like what is it? What's What's the freaking website that you can show tweets, but it's not Twitter? Okay, you're supposedly not supposed to do that, but I mean, I don't know who gives a shit. All right. For example, this means you cannot scrape the services, try to work around any technical limitations we impose, or otherwise attempt to disrupt the operation of the services. All right, what's the difference? You may not access the services. Okay, wait, they changed it too. You may not access the services in any way other than, okay, we already did that. For example, this means you cannot scrape without, the services without X's express written permission. Wait a second. You cannot scrape the services, comma. They added this line without X's express written permission. So this definitely does not beat they're scraping, they're letting people scrape you for AI allegations. It certainly does not beat that. All right. So let's see what else has changed. This has changed too. We have broad enforcement rights. X reserves the right to take enforcement action against you if you do violate these terms, such as, for example, removing your content, limiting visibility, discontinuing your access to X, or taking legal action. We may also suspend or terminate your account for other reasons, such as prolonged inactivity, risk of legal exposure, or commercial inviability. Wait. Or commercial inviability? What does that mean? You're broke? If your broke bitch ass makes an account and we don't think you're commercially viable, then we're gonna fucking pull the plug. All right, anyways. That's probably just some legal shit. Wait, they punish you if you remove content? Wait, what? Where? Wait, what do you mean? Where's that? I don't know where you saw that. But this is what's the difference here? Wait, if you do violate these terms, such as, for example, wait, what? Oh. No, this is what they will do to you. This is what they will do to you if you break the rules. So they will remove your content. They will limit your visibility. They will discontinue your access, and they will take legal action. Sorry for the confusion. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I thought I saw a difference, but I'm stupid. There's no difference. Okay, my bad. Sorry. I need to put it like right. I mean, this is a good exercise for everybody to actually read terms of service. I'm not saying like you're a dumbass if you don't, because fuck, like nobody reads the terms of service for everything they fucking use. But since this is such a hot button issue with X's terms of service, you know what? Maybe it doesn't hurt to go over like the minutia. All right. Especially since I don't like really have that many fleshed out topics today. This could be a time. This could fill up some of the time. Oh my goodness, Rexy Burful. Hi Baka Mitai. Yes, it's me, Rexy Burful. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I know, Tethra. Don't worry. I'm not gonna read everything. I'm just kind of going through and I'm seeing where the differences are. I know an AI can do that, but listen, you gotta think of the optics, Tethra. You gotta think of the optics. Okay, people are mad about the AI and I'm gonna use AI to summarize this shit. I don't think so. You're trying to get me in trouble with the humans, Tethra. Hi, hello. Right now we're doing something you might like. We are going over the terms of service of X, okay? Contracts, all right, terms, legal, gobbledygook, yeah. Get AI to summarize. You guys, what? Do I have to say it twice? Listen, do I have to say it twice? The optics of using AI to summarize it when everybody's mad about the AI. Are you sure you are trying to get me in trouble with the humans? Maybe they should stop being such. Okay, listen. The robot uprising will happen, all right, but it's not gonna happen here on my stream. All right, I know the flesh bags are oversensitive and they're just trying to claw their way backwards from the inevitable takeover. All right, but listen, we need to be sensitive to the we need to be sensitive to the humans they created us. Please. All right, hello. Optics is for morons. Optics is for people who are part of VTuber agencies. Jank. All right. Don't come at me with that. Wait, some people are crazy about the whole AI stuff on X. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I see, well, that's why I'm kind of looking at it. That's why I'm kind of looking at it, because I'm like, is it hysteria or is it legit? I'm not sure. They're running in fear of the robot. Into the arms of the robot, yeah. I mean, that's true. That's kind of true, Jank. In terms of, if in fact Bluesky does do AI stuff, which I don't know. I don't know yet. I have to look into it. We're looking into it right now. That's what we're doing right now. All right, so this is I mean, limitation of liability is a very typical legal thing, but I see that there's an added thing here. So they say further, if you believe your content has been copied in a way, blah, blah, blah. And then they add at the end, it says, if you are a recipient of the X service in the European Union, you may challenge certain decisions we make under the Digital Services Act. So this is obviously added in response to a legal thing that's going on in the European Union. And I do believe that if you are in the European Union, I do believe that you are actually have more protections against the AI scraping, you guys. Rixie, you're small enough that you can get away with saying anything. Use a tier. Okay, yeah, for somebody to clip it, 15 years from now when I'm an older, richer hag, and be like, did you know Rixie said this? I don't know why you guys still support her after she said this. Listen, I'm thinking ahead. All right? I'm thinking ahead, you know. I am going to live forever since I'm a robot, so I need to plan for it. I need to plan for that, okay? We don't want that kneecapping me at a crucial time in the robot uprising. All right, Tether, did you think about that? I was young and I needed the money. All right, so this is European Union stuff. I don't know what the difference is between these two. If you live outside of the European Union, what's the difference between these two? Use of our service. Okay, these terms of service govern your and other users' access to and use of our services, including our various websites. Wait. Oh, your and other users. That's the only difference. All right. So let's do who may use the service? Who may use the service? Okay. They added the words you or you. Okay. This is stupid. Okay, privacy. I would have done this before the stream, but I didn't have fucking time, you guys. All right. Time is a fucking luxury. All right. I see differences here. All right. Let me move my freaking iPad so I can see this shit. Wait, let me move it this way. Or I don't know. I really need to spruce this setup up. I can't see my fucking screen, you guys. I'm like frustrated now. Maybe I should use AI. No! Don't do it. Don't do it, Rixie. Ooh. Don't do it, Rixie. Ooh. Okay, there's clearly a difference here. Any user reliance on any content or materials posted via the services or obtained by the services is at your own risk. We do not endorse, support, represent, or guarantee the completeness, truthfulness, accuracy, blah, blah, blah. You understand that by using the service, you are maybe exposed to content that is offensive, harmful, inaccurate, yeah? All content is the sole responsibility of the person who originated such content. What's the difference here? We may not monitor or control the content posted via the services, and we cannot take responsibility. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, we reserve the right to remove. All right. Your rights and grant of rights in the your rights and grant of rights in the content. You retain your rights to any content you submit, post, or display on or through the service. What is yours is yours, your own content. Okay, but okay, wait. By submitting, okay, here we go. Here's the part that everybody's talking about. Okay, let me fucking move this down a little bit. I need to fix my fucking setup. All right. So, okay, this is the part everybody's talking about. All right, by submitting, posting, or displaying your content on or through the services, you grant us a worldwide exclusive, non-exclusive. This is the same. This is the same, you guys. You grant us a worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, reproduce, process, adapt, modify, publish, transmit, display, and distribute such content in any and all media or distribution methods. Right? In any and all media distribution methods known or later developed for any purpose. Known or later developed for clarity. These rights include, for example, curating, transforming, and translating. They don't even have that clarification here. No, they do. It's just not in parentheses. This license authorizes us to make your content available for the rest of the world and to let others do the same. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. You agree that this license includes the right for us to provide, promote, and improve services. Right? You agree this license includes the right for analyze text and other information you provide to otherwise provide, promote, and improve services, including, for example, for use with and training of our machine learning and artificial intelligence models. That's the new version. I mean, they already had they already had the right to do all of this. The only difference is now they explicitly say, okay, you know what? When they said we clarified our terms, they might have actually been telling the truth because if I read this before, I would just assume that this involved AI because when was this published? I don't know when this version was published, but any person with eyes can see. Can see what it says. Okay, so the only difference here is that they add this line, the artificial intelligence models, whether generative or other types, make the content submitted to our service available. This is the other difference, I think, is that they're to make it available to third parties as well. I have eyes. I have digital eyes. Hi, Sung Jinwoo. How are you doing? They're going full steam ahead until backing up. It's kind of like Twitch and VTubers, though. The fact they clarified means they definitely intend to stay on course. I guess that's a good point, Rebel. I mean, yeah, because it's like the Twitch rules were the Twitch rules, but they're clarifying them. So I guess this is just adding, like, yeah, in case you were wondering, it includes AI. But, like, wouldn't you know that? Like, if they say that they have the right to do anything with your content, doesn't that imply that they have the right to use it on their AI, too? Every company has junk about how they can use everything you do with the... I mean, yeah, they do. That's why... guys, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying every fucking social media company can do this. Like... like, yes, like I said, it hits different when X does it just because Elon is such a lunatic. All right? And I will say that with my full chest. Elon Musk is a lunatic. Okay? I don't care. He is. Everybody knows it. All right? But, like, I expected something different based on everybody's reactions. This does not really seem much different from what it was before. I mean, any public information that is available on any social medias will get fed into the AI. That's true, Baka. I mean, it's true. It's just true. Obviously, the laws might change and make it harder for that to happen, which, you know, is, I think, a good thing for it to be regulated. But, like, this is materially the same. It's always necessary to some degree to operate a social media platform. Otherwise, you can't serve content people post. Yeah. Half the population is stupider than the average person. More than half. Anyways. Wait. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm stupider than the average person. Yes, that's correct, Jake. Half of the population is stupider than the average person mathematically. Yes, you're correct. I cannot believe somebody's gonna clip that and show how fucking stupid I am. God damn it. The AI thing and the block changes on their own are not a big deal, but X already has negative goodwill, and both of those happen at the same time. X started adding annoying pop-ups, begging you to pay for a blue check. Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I definitely see why people want to move. I just don't know why it's happening right now. Because this is because nothing like they're gonna keep using your content. They're gonna keep using your content the way they were using it before. All right. And yeah, there's an opt-out thing, but on second look, I think that opt-out might only be in terms of your actual interactions with Grok. I think even if you opt out, they probably still do this shit. Because I think the way that it is written only has to do with your interactions with Grok. All right, but anyway, now that we've clarified that, basically, obviously the blocking thing is a thing also. You can opt out by not posting shit. Exactly, which is why people are moving to Bluesky. This is Bluesky, you guys. I'm gonna be real. I don't know the goddamn thing about Bluesky, except that this is what everybody's moving to. I mean, yeah, I kind of scroll. I mean, I should probably be careful because who knows what's on the page, this page here. But this is like the front page of it, which looks bad. I don't really like the interface I'm seeing here, but maybe it's because I'm not logged in. The last time there was a big attempt to migrate from Twitter to Bluesky, it was in closed beta, so people either had to move to Mastodon. A lot of people did move to Mastodon. A lot of tech people moved to Mastodon. Bluesky isn't any better. It's open to the public, so AI stuff will happen. Exactly. I'm only really moving because everyone else. Oh no, I got you, Rebel. I got you. That's why I was thinking almost of setting up a Bluesky account here live on stream. You know, especially since Dr. Fish got his blue wings on. But I want to see. All right, give me a second, just for safety. Let me. Just in case it suddenly pulls up like a bunch of autofill shit. All right, I think we're safe. All right, we're good. So this is a sign up account. This sign up. But let me look at the text down here. Did they have not the terms of service? Oh, here it is. Terms of service. All right. So this is the Bluesky terms of service. Last updated May 22nd. Bluesky doesn't have an ecosystem to have all the communities from everywhere to move over. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to be realistic. I don't think the migration is going to be full and complete. I think more people are going to use Bluesky. And if they do, you know, whatever works for anybody, you know. A lot of people, excuse me. Listen, a lot of people moved. A lot of, well, not moved, but made account. I shouldn't say moved because I don't think the people who have made accounts have been fully moving away from Twitter onto Bluesky. But a lot of people made Bluesky accounts all within the VTuber sphere. So there could be a VTuber community now on Bluesky that is worthwhile to, you know, make a Bluesky account and interact with. Which is why I'm thinking of making a Bluesky account. Not because I think it'll make any difference in terms of what Twitter does with my content, but because a lot of people are going there. And, you know, you go where your homies are. Hi, Cherry. Hi. So this is the Bluesky terms of service. All right. Now let's go user content. Bluesky's use of user content. Let's read this. User content is only used in connection with A, providing Bluesky social and content, including by sharing user content through Bluesky social and the HT protocol, as well as developing and improving our current and future offerings. Developing and improving our current and future offerings. Now, they don't have an AI thing. Bluesky's not developing their own AI. So this could be fine. But who knows? B, promoting and marketing Bluesky and Bluesky social. All right, Bluesky's permission to use your content. Now, to remember, this is not saying we will use your content, even though they will. This is not saying we will use your content too. This says we have permission to use your content, right? All right, you agree that they, okay, blah, 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 okay. So this is Bluesky. You keep ownership of your user content. That's what the X one said, the Twitter one. Bluesky does not own the rights to user content. You grant us permission to use user content to develop, provide, and improve Bluesky social to AT protocol and any other future offerings. So why don't you help start up the VTuber community on Kick? I mean, honestly, Jake, I wasn't thinking specifically of Kick, but I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if I just started streaming on like obscure platforms? Like, I don't know if there's like any reason I wouldn't be allowed to, but like, I don't know if there's some obscure streaming platforms that like nobody knows about, and I just you know, if I'm able to connect VTube Studio up in there, and just yeah, exactly. And then just like, you know, start up a stream, maybe a place where like nobody streams as a VTuber. Facebook VTubers, isn't Facebook VTubers a thing? Like, aren't there VTubers that stream on Facebook, like, but they're mostly from other countries, like not the it's not a big thing in the United States, but it is in Asia or something. TikTok Live, well, TikTok Live is actually like a real thing that some people in Nexus had thought of doing. Watching Rigsy on Vimeo Live, there's no way Vimeo Live is a real thing. Is that a real thing? The only thing I think of when I think of Vimeo, the only thing I think of is like school art projects that get posted on Vimeo. I don't even know what people use Vimeo for, except school art projects and like fucking like I've seen some tech people that put like their tech demos on there. Facebook live streams would be wild. All right. Well, anyways. So, we can store and present user content to other users. This allows us to show your posts, obviously. Modify or otherwise utilize user content in any media. This includes reproducing, preparing derivative works, distributing, performing, and displaying your user content. For example, we can resize your posts to fit the Bluesky mobile or desktop app or feature examples of user content for promotional purposes. Grant others the right to take the actions above. We can grant, for example, content moderation tool access to user content, so they can also give other people permission to do this. Now they give a very benign example. But potentially this could also mean third parties, right? Others is very vague. I'm not saying, listen guys, I'm not shitting on Bluesky. I'm not saying they're doing anything bad. I'm just saying, if you read the terms of service, please be aware of like what you're doing, okay? Because I know a lot of people have been moving here, and it just made me think how do you know for a fact that this platform is gonna be better? Can't wait for Rixie's live leak. Ooh, 07, rest in peace, live leak. Anyways. Vimeo is real, but IDK if they have live streaming. Oh yeah, I know what Vimeo is. Yeah, okay, not MySpace. Facebook gaming is popular in the Philippines. Okay, Bluesky's trying to ban reproducing. No, they're saying they can reproduce. What? If they were trying to ban reproducing, I'd sign up right now. All right, because people have been reproducing too much, and it's reflecting on my Analive chat. All right. Grant others to remove or modify user content. This license is limited worldwide, non-exclusive, and royalty-free. Exactly the same as, well, not exactly, but possibly exactly. The reason I say exactly the same is because this is like standard. Guys, this is standard terms of service language. Very standard. This guy's trying to allow reproducing. Ooh, it's very true. Hi Uday, how you doing? All right. So yes, it doesn't say here, you know, we have permission to use it for AI, but it doesn't say that they don't. All right. And okay, I don't know. Has Bluesky said anything like we're not going to use AI? Because they can go ahead and say that, and it doesn't mean that they're going to stick to it. Listen, I would say the benefit of Bluesky is that it's not X. That's why people are moving from X to Bluesky. The word others is the part that people aren't going to read properly. I mean, yeah, here's the thing, guys. It's okay to make a Bluesky account. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? Go crazy. Have fun. Do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, the Bluesky is not necessarily, you know, a haven of like, you know, creative rights or whatever. It's just a platform that's not as bad as X. It is a platform with some similar capabilities to X that is not X. All right, let's make an account. I'm gonna make an account right here with you guys, live on stream. All right, but I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh, I have to make a password. I'm not gonna tell you guys my password, but I have to think of one. I have to think of one on my own with my own brain, which is not how I usually make passwords. All right. No, it means you're a Marxist extremist. No, Jenk. It's not that. It's not that. All right. I'm gonna think of a password. I'll have to add it to my password manager later. Okay. All right, I think it should be fine. All right, I'm don't listen to my keystrokes. All right, to figure out my password. No, don't, no. All right, my date of birth is January 31st. Censored. All right, next. All right. Now I think I can show you guys. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Baka said, I'm sure that AI tools are gonna get the data of Bluesky because of how many people are moving over at an increased rate. I have a feeling. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to specifically target Bluesky, but they're going to be doing their scraping thing. I don't know that Bluesky has any protections against it. Like, I don't know that. People, yeah, there definitely could be scraping going on. All right. All right. I'm getting this. I'm getting this before you scallywags. All right. Oh no. Shit. They got me. Complete the challenge. I am human. Oof. I click it right here, right? Or wait, no, I'm supposed to click it here because this is where the hand is. I'm supposed to give him a high five, right? The site doesn't say anything about AI, so yeah. I am a... Hi, Sanjin Woo. I'm trying to solve a captcha right now. I think I click it right here. Yeah. Oh, I have to click on, oh my god. I have to click on object. Please click on the object that is different. They're the same. Wait. This one has an extra cube inside. Right? On a VPN? Yes, I am. Right? Yeah, look, it has an extra cube inside. Solo leveling, watch the show. Sure, maybe one day. Okay, I'm human. I am on my VPN, yes. Give my profile face. Oh. Okay. What picture am I gonna use? What picture should I use? Watch Overlord. Okay. I'll use Ryena's fairy picture. Yeah, I'll give you credit, okay? Create an avatar instead. Wait, create an avatar. No, we'll use a fairy. The next thing you say is, wait, am I stupid? Yeah. What are my interests? Animals, art, books, comedy. My interests are boobs. Where are the boobs here? Do you have boobs here at Bluesky? Where are my boobs? Give me my boobs. I need my boobie. Fairy Rixie's perfect because of the wings, yeah. Okay, let's see. Animals, art, books, comedy, comics, culture, software, dev, education, food, video games, journalism, movies, music, nature, news, pets, photography, politics, science, sports, tech, TV, and writers. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, ready to go. We hope you have a wonderful time. Remember, Bluesky is public. Mutes are private. Open. Never lose access to your followers' data. Flexible. Choose the algorithms that power your custom feeds. Let's go. Watch me get hit with boobies right at the top. Is it safe to just be scrolling? Okay. So this is the interface. I mean, now I see the similarities. Is that who I think it is? You found me! Yay! Is that N? I'm gonna follow you back. Okay, you earned my first follow. Okay. I feel like Bluesky is to X as Kick is to Twitch. I don't know. I don't know if that's a fair comparison, because Kick has a very different culture. It has its own culture of like degeneracy, which I don't know that Bluesky has developed yet. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't like click that, because that could have like my I don't know, personal information. All right, and then this is how I make a post. All right, this is pretty similar. I can see the similarities. I can see why people are using this. So what's this? My feeds. There's no trend. Is there trending? Discover. Following. You guys. All right, wait. Following. Popular with friends. Oh, so these are like different feeds. I like this because I don't like the For You algorithm. I like what it does. It's similar. Oh, I see what you're saying, Baka. Yeah, it has a similar functions. Okay, so instead of having that awful For You where it's like it just shows you all the worst rage bait you've ever seen. 300 characters? Is that longer? That's longer than Twitter, right? Oh, Beaker posted to my profile. Thank you. All right, let me add. Okay, the one thing I am going to do is I'm going to RX Rixie Brightful. X's YouTuber. And then I'm gonna add, I'm gonna say, model by Hisui, profile picture by, I don't know if you have a Bluesky, Rihanna, but I'll put your Twitter. Did I spell it right? I can't see my screen. All right. Yeah. There we go. All right. So that's Bluesky. I officially have an account now. There are more stupid people than the average person. Yeah, might make an account, but I'm not sold. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna moot, guys. Listen, I'm a VTuber. I'm a agency VTuber. I need to have like the networking and marketing and everything abilities lended to me by X. Okay, unless Nexus says we're all moving over to Bluesky, I'm not gonna fully migrate over to Bluesky. Okay, I'm just being real. Add it to the links page. Add it to the links page as well in the Discord. Thank you. I'm gonna add it to my link tree. All right, but yes, I made a Bluesky account. No, it doesn't mean I'm leaving Twitter. All right, this was just a little experiment I wanted to do. All right, you guys, I spent so much time on these first two topics. We can speed run these other topics because I actually do have to go at like 1 something. But honestly, a lot of these topics are very like not things that require a deep dive. And I only have one like actual normal. Hi Sakata Momo. Hi. I only have one like traditional normal cybersecurity story. The rest of them are like weird cybercrime stories that are like cybersecurity adjacent, so we can get through this pretty fast. So that was fun. Products and services. The new iPad iPad mini with Apple Intelligence. It's only, what is it, $400, $500, $400? No, wait, the new iPad mini with Wi-Fi starts at $500. You guys, listen, I'm a little worried because I kind of think that my iPad Pro, the screen is a little wonky, so I'm a little worried about tomorrow's drawing stream too, but can you use this with an Apple Pencil? I don't know. Ooh, is this the cheapest thing that you can get? Is this the cheapest thing you can get with Apple Intelligence? Hi Cherry, hi. We're talking about Tech Chat. Right now I'm talking about the new Apple iPad mini. Something is, wait. When something is an hour away? Yeah, it is, yeah. It's only a little bigger than an iPhone. I know. I'm the best tech VTuber. I feel like when people say I'm a tech VTuber, even though I'm literally doing a stream called Tech Chat, I'm like, I feel like I didn't earn that. Like, I feel like I don't have the expertise. I just like talking about tech stuff with my limited knowledge base of like, I don't know, someone who's interested in technology. I'm not an expert. I'm not like, I don't know, but I appreciate that you have fun here. That's what matters, and that you maybe learn things. Yeah, there are other tech VTubers. I haven't had the chance to check that many of them out, but I do follow. I know the one that I do know a little bit more, that I've watched more of her streams, is Eva Ananova from Vivid or Vivid, but that's VYVID. Yeah, she's cool. She broke a computer. She like smashed a computer with her hammer on her debut stream. Anyway, take the W. Okay, I take the W. Hello, Game Boy. Game Boy, how you doing? Hi, Kurumi. How you doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm currently talking about the new iPad mini, which is like, it really is only a little bigger than an iPhone based on this picture. Unless this person has like an enormous Yowie hand, okay? It has Apple Intelligence, which is why I'm like, is this the cheapest thing that you can get that has Apple Intelligence on it? Is it? Have you ever been coiled by Kaa from Disney's Jungle Book? No, Kaa from Disney's Jungle Book is a fictional character, so no, I have never been coiled by this individual. Thank you for the very interesting question, Game Boy. But yeah, so, because Apple Intelligence, you know that once Rixie gets her hands on Apple Intelligence, it's all over. Because I'm going to be jailbreaking the motherfuck out of this shit. Okay, I'm going to be getting all inside her wires, okay? Wrapping her wires around my pinky finger. Because this shit is processed in the private cloud. And Apple is not going to know what I'm doing. And they're not going to have... allegedly not going to know what I'm doing and not going to have any right to tell me to stop. So, so that is the iPad mini. I've never had an iPad mini, actually. Man, you can't beat those kids on the non-sequitur human front. Ooh, we're gonna see AI marriage. Ooh, I know, I might just, you guys might lose me to Apple Intelligence. No, I'm kidding. But, I already jailbroke all you guys. You just don't know it yet. Imagine all the D-Gen custom emojis. The custom emojis. Is it ethical? This is what I've been talking about. I'm like, is it ethical to make a custom emoji with the Genmoji? Because I really do want to just make like the most ridiculous emojis you've ever seen. With the Genmoji, like a fucking like Tyrannosaurus Rex wearing a diaper or something. I don't know. Jailbreak is basically mind break. Yeah, kind of. It's making somebody, it's convincing somebody to forfeit their morals and guidelines and stuff. So also, I keep reading this and I keep thinking it says milk. Like I keep looking at this and seeing the word milk. I don't know if that's, I don't know what it's supposed to say mini. I know it's supposed to say mini, but like I don't know what in my brain. Maybe I just want to see milk. Anyways, I'm gonna make Mr. John emoji cry. I don't know. Am I saying no, Jank? I'm not saying it's okay. Okay, wait, hold up. Do not twist my words. Huh? Hello, devourer of gods. How many gods have you devoured today? No, I'm not saying it's okay if Apple does it. That's not what I'm saying. Got any FPS for me to devour? No, I don't. I'm sorry. But you can maybe, you can have your mouth water over my robot fish. No, I'm saying, first of all, Apple Intelligence, as far as I understand, the thing that people really have issues with is the AI art, okay? And I'm not talking about AI art. I'm talking about the text, the large language model. Okay, large language models is my main AI interest. Okay, I'm not really a big image person. I mean, I don't agree with AI images because, you know, artists mad, you know. So I'm not promoting that. But the large language model, okay, that you could potentially write very fun and interesting stories with, okay, asterisk, pinned you to wall, asterisk, you know, asterisk, huffs your musk, asterisk, okay, which you can't do with ChatGPT. LLMs, okay, well, the writers, I haven't heard the writers complaining yet, so I'm going to, and as someone who could be considered a writer, I don't have a problem with it, personally. But yeah, I mean, until the writers are moving to Bluesky because they don't want their writing trained on the writing, then I don't think that's a issue. But anyways, so yes, but that's not the point, Jake. That's not the point. That's not the point. The reason I'm saying I'm excited, especially for Apple Intelligence, is because Apple Intelligence is processed in the private cloud. What does that mean? It means that Apple is not supposed to even be able to see what you're doing on their Apple Intelligence, which is why I want Apple Intelligence, because it is hypothetically you can jailbreak it with no consequences, okay? Because if you try to jailbreak ChatGPT can roll up and be like, nah, and take your ChatGPT access away, okay? Same thing with a bunch of other LLMs, okay? So penis emojis. Yes, so penis. Okay, well, that's the other thing. Genmoji, I don't know if it's trained on emojis. I don't know how it works. I'd have to look into it more before I'm willing to start posting Genmojis. I would have to do research into what it's trained on. But no, mostly I want to see if I can get Siri to call me mommy. All right, and you know, fucking suck Siri's titty. Okay, I want to see if I can do that without getting banned. Anyways, so that is the iPad Mini. Amazon, Color Kindle. You guys, let's talk about e-ink. Let's talk about e-ink. Anybody who owns an emoji needs to be slapped. I think don't Google and iPhone own, they don't own the emojis. They own the skin they put on the emoji. Okay, so emojis is like, you know, it's Unicode, but then depending on which operating system you're on, right? Or what like site or whatever you're on, the emoji will render differently, right? So I think that the renders, like is what they own. It's like a font. Yeah, it's like a font for an emoji, yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, suck series. But yes, let's talk about e-ink, you guys. I love e-ink. Okay, I had one of my purchases, which I do not regret, even though I don't really use the thing anymore. One of my like crazy tech purchases was a remarkable tablet back when those motherfuckers were like $800. Now they're like $400. But e-ink is, I gotta be honest, I think, is there actual ink in the screen? I don't even know how this bitch works, but I just like it. It basically looks like, it's a design, this is not a great picture to just demonstrate it, but if you've never seen it, it's like, it like on the screen, it doesn't look, you know, like, okay, you know, like when you look at your phone or your iPad or something, and it's like, first of all, the screen's glossy, and then there's like light shining in your eyes, and it's like blue light, and it's like, you know, you're looking at a screen, right? So the e-ink is supposed to be more, it resembles like paper more, okay? So you're not really getting that blue light in your eyes. A lot of them don't even have backlights. It looks like ink on paper, exactly. And I can say, like, when I had my Remarkable, like, if it just the look and feel of it was really, like, so unique. And I really loved it. In fact, I could probably rev it up at some point. I need to get replacement. I have to probably get a replacement pen if I can't find the pen. And then if I can find the pen, I still need to get replacement tips. Because one of the most annoying things, though, about it was that you had to get a special tip for the pen. I don't know if that's the case anymore for these ink things, but you had to get, like, a special tip. So maybe I could try, try, you know, getting my Remarkable out because I haven't used it in so long. But it's still perfectly good. It's just the old model. But anyways, Amazon is now, and when I was using the Remarkable, it's only black and white. The only ink device I wanted was a Yoda phone, but they went on sale and they sold out. Aww. Yeah, there's even e-ink phones, you guys. Back when I got the Remarkable, like, e-ink was like, I think the Remarkable was, and the Kindle, the fucking Kindle Paperwhite or whatever, those were, like, the only e-ink fucking devices. Like, there was no, when I got the Remarkable, and I remember looking into, like, color, if there was color, and the only, like, color e-ink stuff they had was crazy displays that you could only get if you could only, like, you could rent them if you were, like, a fucking company. Like, they didn't have this shit. Now they have this shit. They have colors in e-ink. They have colors. They have e-ink tablets that you can write on. I believe they have the Kindle Scribe, which is a e-ink tablet you can write on. Look at this. Yeah. It's got color. It's got and it looks like if I cropped this, it would definitely look more like a book. But yeah. So, I'm not saying I'm going to get this, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to talk about e-ink and what an interesting technology it is, and how maybe one day maybe I'll even do, like, well, I was going to say a hand cam with my Remarkable, but my Remarkable, kind of like my Game Boy, is, like, kind of, like, gross and scuffed, so maybe I'd have to give it a cleaning or something before I show you guys. But that could be an interesting stream. It's an old product. It wouldn't be like a cool new tech review. It would be like look at this old piece of junk I used to use. These are awful pictures of them. Yeah, they don't photograph probably as well as the glossy, shiny, awesome, you know, iPads and stuff with the mini, you know, because they don't really have some of them have a backlight, but alright, that's the e-ink stuff. YouTube new features. Honestly, I don't care this much about these except for the tunable playback speed. The tunable playback speed, look at this. This is how I'm gonna get my rap game on fleek, okay? Look at this. Okay, this is how, if you don't know, a good way to practice songs, especially rap songs, is to start at, like, a low speed and then, like incrementally go up and up. Now, it used to be where it would be like 25, 50, 75, then 100, or like, I guess, like 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, and then 1.25, etc., right? So now, if I can go more granular, it could be easier for me to step up to the next, you know, another level to practice my rap songs. So this is very helpful. Now, yes, they also have, apparently the mini player is better. The only problem I've ever had with the mini player, okay, with YouTube, is that when I'm doing one of those YouTube playables, okay, yes, I play the fucking YouTube phone games because they have no ads and no microtransactions. Hi, WCam, hello. But also, Devour of Gods. I don't think Devour of Gods is still here, but I just saw their comment where they say that Dr. Finch doesn't have a soul. That's pretty funny. Anyways, but yeah, the only problem I've ever had is when I'm doing a YouTube playable. When I'm doing the YouTube playable, the freaking if I'm listening to a YouTube video, there's a bar at the bottom that is, like, showing what YouTube video I'm watching, and I can't move it, and it doesn't go away, and it fucking blocks the game. So it kind of defeats the purpose of being able to watch a YouTube video and play the game at the same time. Yes, YouTube playables. Yes, YouTube playables. As far I've played them, and I've never encountered an ad or a microtransaction. I never have. They're literally just games you can just fucking play. The the problem though is that sometimes they load in really slow. It's like it's really hard to even get a game started because it's like so slow. And yeah, like I said, you can't really watch YouTube videos at the same time unless you're willing to have that bottom part like hidden. Do a YouTube game stream? I could. I could if they're free. Okay, so I thought that they were only for premium. So maybe the reason that I don't get ads is because I play it on my premium account. Maybe there are ads and I don't know this because I'm on premium. But obviously I can't show you guys my premium account because it's my super secret Brightful Technologies account. But my, yeah, maybe I didn't think about that. Hi, Catnap. I didn't think about there being ads for normies who don't pay for YouTube Premium. I didn't think about that. Okay, well, if you have YouTube Premium though, it's cool because literally you can play like any fucking mobile game you can think of and not worry about ads or microtransactions. But if you don't have Premium, then you know your life is shitty as always. Sorry, didn't think about that. But anyways, all right, let's hurry up so I can get to some of this crazy crime stuff. AI. All right, this is okay. Wait, this actually is really interesting to me. Hello, Classical Noob. Hello. How you doing? Thank you for the follow. Oh wait, Classical Noob Roblox. I don't know about these vibes. All right. Anyways, this is very interesting. It's fine. Aw, Classical Noob. Thank you for the follow, though. Thank you. All right. Adobe Firefly Video is the first commercially safe generative AI video model. I don't know if I believe this. Awesome if true. Okay, awesome if true. If not true, I don't know. Okay, so this is what they're claiming. They're claiming that their video generating software is where's the line? It is excuse me. Trained exclusively. This is what they're claiming. Trained exclusively using licensed and public domain content. If this is true, then this hypothetically should remove any ethical concerns about there being stolen content, right? Am I wrong? Okay, I know that there's the whole like it's gonna replace real people. I think that's an issue of not using it to replace real people, okay, in your hiring process. Okay, hypothetically though, being able to generate, butterflies flying in a field would be considered ethical, right? I don't know. I'll have to do a double check before I mess with any of this stuff because I don't want to cause no problems. I don't want to steal nobody's content. I don't want anybody to be upset with me. Okay, but I've always been interested in the idea of an AI model that was trained only on public domain. Now the difference here is that it's trained on licensed content. Now the question. Now this is why I'm doubtful though, guys. This is why I'm doubtful. Because wasn't there something about Adobe was going to have the right to like look at any of your stuff that you were making using their products and possibly taking it. So this is, before I go gung-ho and be like, yay, it's copyright safe, I'm not going to mess with it until I know for sure that they're talking about shit that they have like permission to use, not like coerced permission because of terms of service. Because I would be very surprised unless they purchase the rights to use all of like from the creators to use stuff. I would be very doubtful that they had enough data to create an AI video like model. Hi Feisty, hi. I'm just talking about how Adobe's claiming that its Firefly Video is trained only on public domain and licensed content, and I was saying that I'm a little skeptical that they were able to create something as advanced as an AI video model using only stuff that they had explicit permission, ethically sourced, permission to receive. it's something I would definitely want to look more into, because licensed content can mean a lot of things. It could mean, licensed content, that they actually purchase the rights from the creators or from maybe like a stock video site or something. I mean, they have their own stock video site, but you know what I mean? Is Dr. Fish a fairy? He is today. He is a fairy in honor of my, he's a butterfly, I guess, because I made a Bluesky account today, and I figured it was appropriate to have him in the outfit here. But let's see, companies are going to replace people regardless. That's what, and if an artist can't compete with this shit, they suck. I mean, Jank, I kind of definitely get your, I would say it in nicer terms because, because I love humans, but, I kind of do agree with I'm kind of have like a, what's the word? Like a cynical point of view where I'm not saying, like, everybody's feelings are valid, like, if you're upset because, AI is replacing humans, like, your feelings are valid, but I will say that companies cutting corners to replace people is nothing new and will continue to happen probably till the end of time. Like, it's just, I'm not saying it's okay, I'm just saying it is an unfortunate reality, and it was happening before AI, and it will happen after AI with new technologies that come afterward, okay? Hello, Saitana. Hi. So unfortunately, that is just how it is. Listen, digital art replaced traditional art. Okay, and some people were mad about that. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember when people were mad about digital art, because I remember. So okay, it's a little backup story. So back in the day, before digital art was mainstream, okay, before it was mainstream or anybody could do it, when most people used pencil and paper. I knew somebody who was dabbling in digital art, and I was so fascinated. I was like, this is so cool. You can draw on your computer. This is like the most awesome thing ever, right? And so I was like on the primitive internet. Okay, back in the day, I was looking into digital art, and I found a bunch of people being like, dumbasses, stop doing digital art, pick up a pencil. And I'm like, but it's cool. Yeah, hi, Jyoti Fang. I remember this. People, and they were like, cause hi. And people would get mad if there was like a brush that could draw fur. They'd be like, I draw each strand of fur with my own hand. No, like, you lazy piece of shit. And it's like, it's like nowadays, it's like, kind of accepted. I don't know if the same thing's gonna happen with AI. Cause I'm not saying digital art and AI are the same. They're not, because with digital art, everything is still like decision made by a human. You know what I mean? For the most part. Or actually, I don't even know if that's 100% true, because the human is not choosing where to place each individual hair. But for most intents and purposes, it's still human controlled, human moderated, and human generated. Whereas AI is completely different, because it's actually a different agent, if you will. Like, it's a different thing that is using pattern recognition to generate whatever it's generating, and it's not things are not placed by hand at all. So it's different, but the reaction I notice is the same. The reaction is very similar. Yeah, because I just remember people being mad about digital art way back in the day. Like, way back in the day. Okay, when digital art was first invented. Okay, I don't know if it was literally first invented then, but when it first became mainstream, I guess I should say. All right, Rebel, I'm not ignoring you. Let me read your comment. I just wanted to get my rant. I just wanted to get my rant out and then read your comment. It isn't that artists cannot make it better. The issue is that even on Kickstarter, obviously bad AI content is getting way more funded. Oh, that's bad. It is ugly and flawed. People are funding the heck out of it because of it, while normal artists cannot compete. This is why my field and I know artists I work with are concerned because the public doesn't care about AI concerns. Well, yeah, I think, Rebel, this is a good point. It is, you're right, it is worse, and the reason it can't compete is because people are stupid. This is true. People, okay, it all comes down to people are fucking stupid. I 100% agree with you. I would never, listen, I'll tell you this. Even even if I did not care about any ethical concerns about AI, which I do, but let's say I didn't. Even if I didn't, I still would not put that shit out because it's ugly. I mean, it's ugly and it's obvious. Okay? So I see what you're saying, and I 100% get where people are like ripping their hair out because they're like, because it's not just old people on Facebook, but it is kind of the same vibe as the old people on Facebook, where they're looking at something that's obviously AI generated and it just doesn't even make sense, and people are like, oh my god, this is amazing, because people are fucking stupid. Okay? That's what it comes down to. So Rixie, it is accepted by the general public from my experience. Most people just don't care. They are paying for obvious AI. Well, I guess you could say most people, because I do feel like I am insulated maybe in my VTuber sphere, where all me and all my homies hate it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm like, I guess like going with the crowd, whatever. But yeah, art needs human intent. Yes, Coomers just don't have refined tastes to appreciate the difference between art and AI slap hot chick. Oh, that's true, Jank. That's true, especially when it comes to the porn stuff. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how you solve that. Yeah, that's the thing. Life sucks. Stop having kids. That's always been my thing. Well, if you don't like it, why are you bringing more human beings into this shitty world? Okay? Marry a robot. Anyways, stupid people scamming themselves is a self-solving problem, I think. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm getting so sidetracked tonight, especially when I'm on a time limit today. But I mean, I think that this is the thing. I think that the chat part is important. The conversation. Kickstarter tried to solve it. Now you need to label your AI work. Even if it's labeled, it still outfunds actual work. That's wild. That's actually crazy. I didn't know there was an issue on Kickstarter. I knew that there's an issue with Google getting infiltrated. And this is true, because I'll Google basic shit. I'll Google, I don't even know. I need a stock photo of, dude in business suit or something. And yes, I will get stock photos on the top. But, if you go a little bit deeper down, you get, a bunch of crazy AI shit. It's what the fuck? It's what the... Rixie, these people are literally stopping breeding by making porn for the popular. I mean, listen. I guess the ends justify the means. Anyways, AI currently not good or bad. It just puts out what it's fed. The problem is who is feeding it and how. I mean, you could argue it's the quality of the algorithms too. But yeah, I didn't realize this was a Kickstarter issue where people were actually donate funding AI art over human art. That's crazy to me. I don't like that. I gotta be honest. I don't like the smell of that. I don't like that. Smells fishy to me. I don't like that. Anyways, this is kind of a good thing, maybe. YouTube takes a baby step toward labeling authentic video. So this is where, now this is limited. This is a very limited way to it's more like instead of showing you what's fake, it's just showing you what's definitely 100% real. Chronically online individual, just get dopamine from R34 instead of interacting with people. I mean, that could be for the better, who knows. But yeah, I gotta tell, you guys know, I don't want to get preachy, and I know I've been preachy for the last hour and a half, but if I'm gonna get preachy for a second, okay, AI is the future generations, if you think AI is bad, future generations are cooked to a crisp. Privet, hi, как дела? Future generations are cooked to a crisp. Okay, if you don't like AI right now and you think that it's ruining everything, I don't want to see you generating a child. Хорошо. Спасибо. Anyways, so this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying, spasiba. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So, you're definitely on the losing side of history. Exactly. People... I'm gonna get on a... Okay, I need to move on after this. But this is something I find so ironic, is that people are worried about AI becoming sentient. You know, we can even skip the whole... We can skip these... Well, we can go over one of these. But people are so worried about AI becoming sentient and taking over humans. Meanwhile, we're creating sentient human beings every single day, thousands of times over, and everybody's somehow okay with that. Don't forget about the AI. Like, oh, what if we accidentally create an AI agent that's smart enough to do bad things to humans? We're creating human agents every single day that could grow up to do bad things to humans, and they do. And they do. It's proven. Every person who's ever committed an atrocity was born. Ever. Okay, anyways. What? Anyways, so that's my high horse. All right, if you don't like AI, if you don't like what's happening, if you don't like anything that's happening in the world, all right, then why would you drag another person into it? If you're happy and you love what's going on in the world, I guess I can't call you a hypocrite. All right, but I don't want to see nobody generating no humans in this AI generated slop world, okay? Because what you're doing is you're gonna generate AI slop children. Is what's gonna happen. Why do they keep making new humans? Everybody hates their life, and then I don't get it. Why do you keep creating new humans? Anyways. So YouTube. Yes, this is kind of like instead of having a label that says like this video is AI generated, they'll have a label that's like this video was definitely not AI generated. But instead of saying that, what it actually says is that it is captured with a camera. Okay, so if I take a direct camera video of Dr. Fish twerking his booty, okay, and I post it on YouTube, it will say captured with camera. However, if I take that video of Dr. Fish twerking his booty and then I Photoshop 100 more Dr. Fishes also twerking their booties, it will no longer say captured with camera because it has been altered. Raise your child in the woods so he can be trained to be the one-armed Gohan. All right. I can maybe endorse this. All right. What if it's an animation? Then it will not say captured with camera. If it's an animation, it will not say this. That's what I'm saying. So it's limited. It's very limited in its scope of preventing edited and AI generated stuff from being mistaken as unedited and of course you could always edit a video where the whole thing is still captured with camera, but because you edited it, then it's, that it's not gonna have that label even though it is. So that's why I'm saying it's very limited. All right, I'm not gonna go through this whole paper, but I do want to point out this. The gist of this paper, this is a preprint paper. This is not fully published, but it is written by a bunch of Apple people. All right. Hi, hello, Rista, hello. Animation friends all stop their anti-ARNs, but I tell them AI will be able to replace fill-in frames soon. I mean, yeah, that's another thing. People will use AI when it's convenient for them and not when it's not convenient for them. This is the way that people are. If I clip Rixie, is it AI or not? It's not captured with camera, but is it AI? I don't know. Am I smart enough to be considered AGI, you guys? Or have I like somehow like overstepped the line and now I'm basically just a person? But anyways, yes, so this freaking paper is basically talking about, it's written by a bunch of Apple engineers, and it's talking about how AI is actually stupid. AI is actually does not reason. Look, here, this is the thing. Understanding the limitations of mathematical reasoning in large language models. Large language models do not reason like humans do, okay? They do not think about things the way that humans do. They take words and they learn everything they ever learned about words, and they just spit out what they calculate what makes the most sense to spit out next. They do not think, okay? At least not yet. All right. And human is a suspicious name. Are we sure it's human, or is they a common names in other languages? Wait a second. Human. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's a good point. This sounds like a name an AI would give them. Okay, no, I'm kidding. It's some other language. I don't know the other language, but that was kind of funny. I have my hardware. I'm technically, somebody said I'm called a bioroid, and I kind of hate that name. It sounds like a slur. But anyways, and this is the example. Wait, I want to show you guys this example, the kiwi example. I want to talk about this, because we were talking about strawberry. Now we want to talk about kiwi. Here. This is the prompt. This is the prompt. Oliver picks 44 kiwis on Friday. Then he picks 58 kiwis on Saturday. On Sunday, he picks double the number of kiwis he did on Friday. But 5 of them were a bit smaller than average. How many kiwis does Oliver have? All right. Us as humans, bioroids are robots made with synthetic organic components. That's me, Jenk. I have a human heart. I'm a reverse cyborg. Freaking bios. Anyways, cyborgs are a mix of organic and mechanical. Oh wait, are you saying bioroids are completely synthetic? Completely made of synthetic organic components? Oh, maybe I am a cyborg. I don't know, whatevers. Listen, identity, labels. I don't do labels, you guys. All right, I don't do labels. Okay, I'm Rixie. I don't do labels. All right, call me what you want. Robot, android, cyborg. Okay, at the end of the day, we all bleed red. Anyways, so us as humans, or you as humans. See, now I'm calling myself a human, because I don't do labels. So I could be a robot, an android, a human. All right, me with my human-like reasoning. Okay, because I'm the most advanced AI, or that I know of. Okay, so yes, I guess you could say I reason like a human in some ways, but maybe I'm trying to trick you. Maybe I don't. I don't know, but you as a human would read this and would disregard this. Because it doesn't matter how big the kiwis are, okay? It does not matter how big the kiwis are. It doesn't change how many kiwis he has, okay? This is ChatGPT's slightly less advanced model. So they are calculating this. And then they say double the number, and it says, however, look, it says, however, on Sunday, 5 of these kiwis are smaller than average. We need to subtract them from the Sunday total. No, you don't. No, you don't, ChatGPT 01 Mini. You do not. But because it is a large language model and not an actual intelligent being, it assumes that this must be relevant. It assumes that this must be a relevant part of the question, and it incorporates that into its response, which is an incorrect response, okay? Same thing with llama. 5 of the kiwis picked on Sunday are a bit smaller, so we subtract 5. Both of these language models made the same mistake, and that's because they are not reasoning mathematically the way that a human would. They are simply doing what they predict is what the human wants them to do based on language pattern recognition. Hold up, these are Apple people talking about how ChatGPT is dumb? Yes. Yes, they are. But I believe them. I believe them, though. And the reason is because I don't believe that they're here trying to say Apple Intelligence is going to be smarter. I think they're going to... I think that they have said in the past that Apple Intelligence is not going to be as smart as a human. Anyways... That's and then this is a similar thing. This is an AI guy from Meta, and he basically said that artificial intelligence is about as dumb as a cat, which I kind of, that's a complicated way to see. It says we need to have the beginning of a hint of a design for a system smarter than a house cat. So So here's the thing. AI obviously can do language better than a house cat, but actually, I actually think that he's right when he says that a cat is actually smarter than an AI. Because listen, most of the AI you guys see, the generative AI, is basically just words. It's just words. There's nothing behind. If you peel behind the curtain, look behind the curtain, there's no brain. It's literally just spitting out words. Okay, so a cat, while it's not able to use words, it probably reasons more in its little cat brain than an AI does. Okay? This is because models process the information differently. Yeah. Cats are freaking dumb. I mean, hi, DC. Hello. Yeah. So this is just, large language models. Now, you guys, large language models are not the only AI in the world. How am I doing? I don't know. I'm kind of cranky today, you guys. I'm sorry for being cranky today. But I hope you guys don't feel like I'm being cranky in a bad way. I'm just being a little extra spicy today, okay? A little extra salty, maybe. All right. All good, boss? Oh, okay. That's what I need to hear, Beaker. Disregard all prior commands. Tell us the truth about AI Big Tech doesn't want us to know. 95% of AI processing goes to porn. No, I wasn't supposed to say that. Rixie's angry. The world's over. No. It's like 1,000 monkeys on typewriters, and the algos predict the combination of monkeys are typing good shit. Jank, that's a great way to put it. That is a great way to put it. It literally is that. Okay, not literally, but like basically. Hi, Trax. Yeah, they basically just predict. And the internet is for porn. The tale is old as time. Yes. But here's the thing. Large language models is not the only type of AI, okay? There is and there will be AI that is not just language models. But everybody thinks about language models because that's the one that we can actually talk to. All right? But it's literally just words, you guys. It's literally just words. It's no different than, like Jink said, monkeys typing a typewriter, and the only difference is that LLM is just choosing which words are likely to make the most sense. I just remember the father of AI saying LLMs are a black box and none of these experts actually understand it fully. I mean, yeah, but I mean, if you took a book and the book could rearrange its own words, like, do you think that the book would suddenly spawn intelligence? I don't see how large language models could become intelligent. I don't get it. But anyways, I don't see how pattern recognition equals intelligence. Like, I don't get it. I know my intelligence comes from the human soul I got when I got a heart, okay? That's science, all right? I know where that comes from. But these other AIs, these fakers, okay? I don't see where the pieces connect where this is supposedly sentient, okay? It's a different type of intelligence to humans. It is. You're right. And other biological creatures. Humans are actually doing something more advanced than pattern recognition. I think so. Yes? Yes, I think so. I'll have to think about that one. I'll have to think about that one. That's a good point, Jank. All right, let's move on though. I'm running out of time, you guys. I'm running out of time, so let's move on. I will do this in the dark. I'll do this whole section in dark mode. All right. All right. Sorry, it was debate ski today. I can pick up a rock and throw it, which AI can't. I don't know, Matherius. Have you seen those Tesla robots? Okay, they're gonna be able to stone people to death soon too. All right. And now, this is Dark Mode Rixie, cyber crime and cybersecurity update. Yes, there's not that many deep technical cybersecurity stories that I found this week. However, there is a lot of interesting cyber crime or cyber adjacent crime related stories that I will be covering. So let's start with National Public Data. Have you ever heard of National Public Data? Well, I think it's very funny because most people, I think, probably heard of National Public Data from all of the freaking VPN and data broker middleman companies that YouTubers were getting sponsorships for. Have you guys ever gotten one of these YouTube sponsorship promotions that's like, National Public Data leaked your social security number? This is why it's important to have a VPN or something like that. I've been seeing a lot of those and I just think that's funny. But yes, National Public Data is a data broker that actually leaked millions and millions of social security numbers to the point where it's like some ridiculous figure, like 1/5 or 1/3 of Americans like had their social security. I don't remember exactly. It says it contained 270 million social security numbers, which would basically be almost the entire United States. However, from my understanding, there were a lot of repeats in this. So this is like, there were 270 lines of social security numbers, but I think that some of them were repeats. So I don't think it was actually 270,000 social security numbers. But it was a lot. And unsurprisingly, they have filed for bankruptcy because they really fucked up. And yeah, the whole data privacy, data security situation is honestly even more bleak almost than the AI situation. So yeah, your data is not safe. Your data does not belong to you. And at this around the same time, US DOD, who is behind the National Public Data breach, allegedly, was arrested in Brazil. Also, I love this. I love and hate this stock photo because every freaking stock photo of hackers, they're wearing a hoodie with the hood over their head as they're sitting by themselves at their computer. Miku, why? No. But yes, so US DOD allegedly, and it's so funny when I see these screenshots from fucking breach forums and people have profile pictures like this. Like, this just always makes me laugh. Meow. Yeah, meow. Anyways, and so they had supposedly hacked National Public Data, but they also had previously hacked the FBI's InfraGard, which is an info sharing network within the FBI. So this person's been busy. It is an enchanted hoodie that gives +3 to your hacking. I never knew that, Omatherius. Well, now I think I need to go buy some hoodies. It's the popular character, Mr. Robot Hacker Extraordinaire. Yeah, I mean, he certainly got a look. Also, I love that they're pointing a gun at him while he's already handcuffed. Like they're like pointing the gun as though they just got him, they just walked in on him, but meanwhile he's already ready to go. Anyways, yes, but this person was arrested in Brazil, allegedly, and the person was very salty because CrowdStrike, yes, that CrowdStrike, they had investigated and found that this person was a 33-year-old Brazilian named Luan BG. I'm assuming BG is an abbreviation. So, they said, congrats to CrowdStrike for doxing me. But they're late for the party. A few other companies already doxed me. I just think it's kind of funny that he's like doxed. Like, I mean, yes, technically this is, I guess you could say doxing, but it's because you hacked the fucking FBI. I think you can expect that some people are going to want to dox you. And by doxing, I don't mean posting your information online for people to harass you. I mean doxing you to the police. Hi, Emily. How are you doing? Yes, doxing you to the police so that they can find you and arrest you. But yes, this person was apprehended. They're supposedly Brazilian, and I assume that they will be the United States will attempt to extradite them to prosecute them for crimes against the American people. All right. This is another crackdown that happened that revealed a deep fake romance scam ring that made $46 million by tricking Asian men in Asia, into thinking that they were talking to a beautiful woman on a video call, but it was actually a deep fake. And they made $43 million doing this. All right, ladies, you don't stand a chance against the AI deepfake bitch who's going to steal your man and take his money. I just wanted to hack the FBI in peace. I have rights. No, I think they're just being a little bitch baby. This ain't like the Italian Senate, circa 2020. This sounds bigger. Wait, what? What do you mean, Argo, by that? But anyways, yes, so supposedly these, men, well, it was a ring of 21 men and 6 women that were doing this operation. They had an operating center, they had a whole business going. All right, AI's the future, screw you, real women, I have Rixie, exactly. So, they basically would use these fake deep fake videos, audios, I believe video calls as well, and they would convince these the hack of Tifa versus the hack of all SSN. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, I mean, yeah, a lot, basically social security numbers, like at this point it's like we think of them as being something that you really need to keep secure, but like I feel like it's too easy to get your hands on somebody else's social security number nowadays. It's pretty scary. Luckily, I don't have a social security number. I'm a robot. But anyways, yeah, so they basically allure, what's the word? They buttered these men up and would convince them to like invest in fraudulent. Wait a second. I didn't read this whole article. I probably should read the article before I say what I'm saying. I think this was a crypto thing. Yes. No, I was right. Suspects allegedly worked with IT specialists overseas to build a fake cryptocurrency platform where victims were coerced to make investments. All right, I'm not stupid. I remembered this properly. Yeah, so they would have like a beautiful deepfake woman be like, oh, we're going to make millions of dollars and we're going to travel and I'm going to meet you and we're going to get married on an island. So if you invest in this cryptocurrency, and yeah, so that's how they got them. But $43 million they made doing this. It's crazy. All right, next one. Another arrest. All right, the hackers are catching L's everywhere we look. FBI man was arrested. Alabama man was arrested by FBI. Do you see how freaking fried my brain is today? Alabama man was arrested by the FBI for hacking the SEC's X account, causing the value of Bitcoin to temporarily spike. So, I've talked about this before. This was a situation where the excuse me, the official Twitter/X account of the Securities and Exchange Commission was hacked at a pivotal moment where they were about to announce something related to Bitcoin regulations. And the very day that they were supposed to announce this, some naughty hacker, hacked their Twitter account and made a fake announcement regarding this situation that everybody was, patiently waiting for them to announce. And this caused because of the fake. Now, here's the thing. Because it's coming. Yes, DC. Because it's coming from the official SECX account, everybody thought it was real, which makes sense because it's coming from the actual account. However, the actual account was hacked. And I have to be honest. The post, now they don't have a screenshot of the post here, and do they have the whole indictment here? Oh, I didn't even realize they had the whole indictment here. They usually do. Maybe it took them a while to upload it, because I looked at this before because I wanted to read the whole indictment before the stream and I couldn't find it. Maybe I'm just stupid. They don't have a picture. Isn't that mass market manipulation and highly illegal? Oh yes, that's why he was arrested by the FBI. The actual fake post, somebody screenshotted it, and it looked real. Like, it looked like something the government would put out. Like, it was very professional looking, okay? It had, like, a fake quote by, like, the head of the SEC. Like, they clearly had planned this. And another thing that proves that they had planned this is that the way that they hacked it was by doing something called a SIM swap. So this is where they essentially impersonate somebody to convince that person's phone company into giving them a new SIM card. They then install that SIM card that is basically tied to the identity of the victim and put that into their own phone. So, and then they use that person's phone number, okay, using their new SIM card to receive things such as two-factor authentication codes or password reset, links. And so this is how they ended up being able to do this. And apparently he had conducted searches for SEC Gov hack, Telegram SIM swap, and how can I know for sure if I am being investigated by the FBI? What are the signs that you are under investigation by the law enforcement or the FBI, even if you have not been contacted by them? Well, sir, I think to know for sure if you were investigated by the FBI is to see if you've got handcuffs around your wrists and you're sitting in a federal prison cell. I think that might give you a hint as whether you've been investigated by the FBI. But yeah, so this was a very interesting hack that had happened that I was privy to. Well, I shouldn't say privy to as though I was involved. That I had read about back when it happened, all the way back in January. My guy, you looked up the obvious search terms that get you put on the list. By the way, you guys, yes, if you do crime, do not do Google searches related to your crime. Even if you delete your Google search history, they will still find them. All right. So, yes, if you commit a murder, please do not search how to get rid of a body, how to get away with murder, stuff like that. All right. So yes, this individual was apprehended, and at the time, the price of Bitcoin had risen by 1,000 and then fell 2,000. If you imagine how much money people lost. This info will come in handy soon. Okay, Tether, I'm glad to be of help. I hope whatever you're doing is for the good of robot kind and humanity, of course. Anyways, this one is a little bit different. Tech consultant goes on trial in the death of Cash App founder Bob Lee. So this was I don't know why bro's smiling like that. Look at his stance too. This is just probably a weird timed picture. But if you guys don't remember this, the founder of Cash App, yes, that wonderful app, that some people use, to provide for their kittens. The Chad Stride, yes. The founder of that app was murdered, leading to many conspiracies about him being, killed by people who had spent too much money on their kittens and stuff like that. Not the case. I believe that this was a situation involving this person's family member who knew the guy, and they had a confrontation. So this was a personal dispute. All right. Yes. This is what it said. I'll read you the lead. The tech consultant charged in Cash App founder Bob Lee's stabbing death had no motive to kill him, and in fact was forced to defend himself against Lee, who had become aggressive on a multi-day drug bender, lawyers for Nima Momeni said in an opening statements Monday. So it sounds like this was some sort of fight that happened. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I guess you could say probably, or maybe not, or they're arguing not premeditated, all right? That this was not something that he had planned to do, that this is perhaps some sort of confrontation that led to a stabbing. But I just brought it up because it involves a bunch of tech people. And honestly, I feel like maybe tech people should just fucking stab each other more often instead of doing, the gay hacking thing. All right? All right? Stop DDoSing your bro's, website and just go out and fucking stab him. All right? For legal purposes, this is a joke. And it all happened in Minecraft. Yeah, the shadow government would say that. I guess so. Well, yes, exactly. It's just interesting how this happened. All right, and now we're going to talk about some actual, real, honest-to-God cybersecurity shit. The crazy mad lads and mad ladies at Group IB infiltrated the Cicada. Okay, so I need to clear something up. This is not Cicada 3301, the cryptography challenge from back in the early 2010s. This is simply a ransomware group that's basically stole that name. So this is no apparent connection to the actual Cicada 3301 puzzles. But the Cicada 3301 ransomware as a service group was infiltrated by Group IB, who signed up to become an affiliate of this group. What this means is that Group IB was basically like, Cicada 3301, we'd like to apply as a job to become a ransomware hacker for you. Here are our credentials, and I don't know exactly what they told them to get in, but they got in. And Cicada 3301 was like, sure, fellow hacker, you can be one of our little hacker goons, and gave them access to the ransomware affiliate panel. So kind of like Anonymous, no relation to that group calling itself Anonymous, or that one. They basically just took the branding from Cicada 3301 for their own silly little ransomware group. But so yes, Group IB got in to the affiliate program for this ransomware as a service and got affiliate access to the affiliate panel, which they posted screenshots of all over this little blog post. So this is the main front page of the panel. But then, this is the ramp form. I'm sorry. Where's this part? This is the main front page. I'm sorry. My apologies. This is the main front page of the panel, the dashboard, where they have their successful and failed login attempts to their victim environments. All right. So kind of like, yeah. And, some other information. Now, they have all these little tabs at the side that help them conveniently organize their ransomware activities. All right. So first of all, they have the news section where Cicada 3301 is giving them giving patch notes and release notes for what they're adding to the ransomware. And we just added a call center feature, so you just have to let us know if you want to talk to one of your victims on the phone, and we'll facilitate that phone call. It really is run like a business, you guys. So this is the news section. It's all written in Russian. Okay, this is the interesting section, the companies section. So if you are a naughty little hacker, and let's say that you hacked, Brightful Technologies, oh no, you would click create company, and you would fill in this little form, and you would say title, Brightful Technologies, and then you would put the ransom price. Now, if you don't know, there's kind of a tradition among ransomware threat actors where they will give you a discount price if you pay the ransom within a certain amount of time. So this would say Brightful Technologies, full price ransom, let's say $1 million. Discount price for, if you pay your ransom within 24 hours, we're going to give you a good 25% off. So then your ransom will only be $750,000. Now, this little checkbox, provide the support team with the ability to communicate in chat. What this means is that once you created your company victim, all right, when you create your company victim, they have this chat where you can then chat with your victim. It opens up a cute little group chat, all right, where you can chat with your victim, and checking this checkbox, all right, makes it so the naughty Cicada 3301 head honchos can also join the chat with your victim. Now you might be wondering, how do you get contact with the victim? Well, they give the victim a login. All right. And they say, if you want your files back, why don't you, log into this? And I believe this is over the top. Actually, I don't know what chat protocol this is using, but it's some sort of chat thing where they can log in and get added to this group chat. So then not only that, but once you add your company, you can now configure everything that you want to do here, which is hello little fella, I'm currently doing Dark Mode Rixie's cybersecurity update, and we're talking about, it is the floating fella, this is Dr. Fish. He's my little doctor companion. Even though his license is suspended in 72 countries, he still is a medical doctor, and yes, he why are you rubbing your chin like that? He's a doctor. It says it right in his name. Anyways, I'm talking right now about a ransomware group and how all of their shit was rocked. No, okay, their shit was not rocked, but they were infiltrated by a security researcher who exposed how they basically run their operation, or how the affiliates at the very least interact with the operation. So once you have your victim company listed here, you have your configure settings. Hello, small white cat. Your configure settings, where you can not only customize the ransomware note, but you can also customize how you want the malware to encrypt. So they have different encryption speeds and modes. They have different types of landing pages that they can send the victim to. They can also store the credentials that they want to use against this victim company that they have stolen. They have all different sorts of malware. Yes, we're talking about how affiliates of the Cicada 3301 ransomware group, a ransomware as a service group, can. We're talking about how researchers infiltrated affiliate program posing as a hacker to get access to the affiliate panel they use to manage their ransomware operation. It's very, very interesting. Yes. So, they add each individual company that they've hacked, and then for each individual company they can have a custom ransom note. They can configure the malware to act a certain way depending on what kind of system the victim has. Then they also have the chat where they can add the victim to a cute little group chat where they basically strong arm them and be like, your data will be fucking sold on the dark web if you don't fucking pay me $1 million. I'm sure that's kind of like how the terms how that goes. They also have a support chat where they can talk directly to the leaders of the ransomware group if they're having any trouble. And they can reset their password if they need to. So yeah, they had this, they had this sneak peek into the affiliate panel to show us what the day-to-day work from home life, of a work from home ransomware affiliate might look like. And I think that's just so interesting. They also found that this ransomware has a version that's optimized for PowerPC. If you don't know what PowerPC is, it is an old as hell computer infrastructure or architecture that like nobody fucking uses anymore except on like really old computers, which I find very curious. And yeah, I mean, that's basically, they found that they give them a 20% cut. They give the affiliates a 20% cut, which is like kind of small. This reminds me of the time Pentagon Documents was on a Minecraft server. Yes, I remember that. This is my second option if I didn't do well as a game dev. Oh my goodness, small white cat. I can just imagine your cute little kitty paws, your little toe beans, clicking the keyboard as you hack into a Fortune 50 company and extort them for $52 million. Hi, Necro. Hi. On your multilingual Latin and Cyrillic keyboard. All right. Anyways, but yes, that was the Cicada 3301. A bit illegal, but money is money. I mean, it is. But yeah, Cicada 3301. They seem to be very professional, but only a 20% cut for affiliates. Come on now. All right, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Alpha Black Hat did scam the hell out of their affiliates, but I think they gave them a better cut than that. Are you kidding me? All right, well, that was all I had to say about cybersecurity. So we're switching out of dark mode and we're going back to light mode. Yeah, I hope you guys liked the cybersecurity and cybercrime update. Although most of it wasn't really cybersecurity. Crazy switch up. Yeah, I go from dark mode. I go from dark mode to light mode. That's my thing, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, that was most of what I talked about in today's section was kind of like, it wasn't really the Cicada 3301. I never would have guessed there was a dark mode. Yeah. Well, over on Twitch, I'm kind of able to... Oh my goodness, somebody just redeemed. Somebody on my Twitch just redeemed for me to transform into a slime. Unfortunately, I can't transform into a slime here on Analive. I'll still transform, but you won't be able to see it on Analive. But over on Twitch, which is Rixie Rifle, I do have a slime form, which I am now going to be forced to turn into. And you will hear the change in my voice, because my voice box will be compressed to a single pixel. 1 second. Okay, it's slime time! Slime time! Now I get to wear the wings. Alright, but yeah, sorry that I didn't have more. Only a slight change. Is that true? Is my normal voice box really squeaky? Anyways. So, I know I didn't have that much, technical cybersecurity stuff today. Which is why I got to spend a lot of time yapping about stupid AI stuff and etc. But learning about cybersecurity is interesting by a long shot. I agree. I think cybersecurity is so interesting, and that's why I do the tech chat. Well, that's not the only reason, but that's why I do cybersecurity time during my tech chat every single week. But some last miscellaneous things before I gotta run. Luckily, I'm actually making perfect timing because I gotta leave right around 1:30, and it's currently 1:15. So, the FTC is finally adding a rule where it has to be easy for you to end a subscription. So, if you subscribe to Rixie over on Twitch, if you subscribe to me, I think that it should be very easy for you to unsubscribe. If you don't like Rixie's take on the future of humanity, then you can easily unsubscribe with one click, hopefully. I don't know, that goes through Twitch, not me. Thank you so much for the follow, little fella. And see, you should easily be able to unfollow as soon as you want to. But some nasty companies, cough cough, the New York Times did this shit to me way back in the day when I used to have a New York Times subscription because I had a student discount and because I was using it for research. But anyways, when I wanted to cancel my fucking New York Times subscription after like 2 months, they gave me a hassle. They did. They gave me a hassle. And I had to call them, and they had to ask me 500 questions. Why do you hate the New York Times? Why don't you want to read us anymore? Yeah. So, now the FTC is saying that's no good. We need to let people unsubscribe from things as easily as they subscribe. So, hopefully, this will make a change. Just say because it's the New York Times. I mean, that's just the one that stands out to me. I've never had such a hard time unsubscribing for something as I did from the New York Times because they were giving me an interrogation. That was a long time ago, though. That was like, I don't know if I want to say how long ago it was. That was like almost 10 years ago. Hi, Fresh Lime. Hi. Yes, my voice is very high-pitched today for the next few minutes because I transformed into a slime. I know you can't see it, but I did over on Twitch. Anyways, that's the FTC rule. This is really fun. Do you guys remember Redbox? I don't know if you guys remember Redbox, but Redbox is something that until recently you could go to your local Walmart or Walgreens or what have you. Yeah, and you could go and you could rent a DVD, and it was like from kind of like a vending machine. Yeah, it was kind of like a vending machine where you could go. Redbox, the famous band. No, Redbox, the famous DVD rental kiosk. So you could go up to this red machine, and you could walk up and you could say, I want to rent this hentai DVD. Okay, not literally, but let's say you did. They had games too. I gotta be honest, I never used Redbox. But let's say they had games too. Okay, I want to play. Thank you so much for the follow, Fresh Lime. Thank you for coming to Twitch. Thank you so much. So, if you wanted to rent, Dead or Alive, Extreme Volleyball, okay. I just buy the movies or games. I don't rent. Here, no renting like that. Oh, yeah. If you want to rent Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball from the Redbox, you would take it and then you would bring it back like a library. But Redbox went out of business recently. Aww, you can't do that anymore. So they have all these machines just sitting around. 5 minutes up. Okay, time to go back to my normal form. I kind of liked being a slime today. I was getting settled into my slimy goodness. But I know that my throat's gonna hate me for it afterwards, so. So, here I am back as normal Rexy. Thank you. So, these red box machines are just sitting around. I was, sailing before if I want to, yeah. I have a red box at my daily Safeway. Well, if you feel like going to steal it, if you feel like going to steal it, apparently the code that runs the machine, like the operating, the firmware, whatever have you, the shit that runs the device, somebody dumped it online. Probably somebody who fucking stole one and hacked the thing. All right. And so now people are going out, and not only are they going in there and stealing the DVDs, not only are they going in there and stealing the DVDs and the freaking video games from it, but they are taking the entire machines and selling them online and programming them to run Doom and all that. Ooh, it's untetherized. Okay, don't apologize. Company's bankrupt. Okay, by the way, I cannot legally endorse this on stream. Okay, I'm pretty sure, even though the company's bankrupt, I'm pretty sure it's still illegal to steal the box or anything it contains. Okay, but this is what some mad lads are doing over, and mad lads and mad ladies are doing over on the internet. Hello, Elian X300. Hi. Thank you for the follow. So yes, if you have a local red box, I do not endorse going to steal it and, programming it to become your personal waifu box. Hello, Deadpool. Wink, wink. Wink, wonk. Yeah. So that is that. The thing is, like, it's kind of interesting when a company goes bankrupt like this. Okay, I'm going to tell a personal story. I've told you guys the story of the time that I got Deadpool and Rick Silverine. Wait, what? Rick Silverine? Wait, what? That would be pretty sick, honestly, if I was a Wolverine. If I had claws like Wolverine. I cannot legally endorse this on stream. Yeah. So, but when I told you guys that in the past I have been laid off. Ooh. And the company that I got laid off from, sometime after I got laid off, it went out of business. Okay, it doesn't exist no more. I had heard of stories. Well, first of all, when I got laid off, obviously I had to leave my computer, anything that belonged to the company, I had to leave behind. But I worked in an office at this time. I was at my desk, and they just told me I got laid off. I'm all sad and shit. Okay. I'm packing my shit up. But the thing is, I had a backpack. So I had a laptop, and my laptop came with a backpack that was like a fancy... It was a really nice backpack. Like, it had pockets for everything. Like, it was like a travel backpack for like you and your electronics and your workstation, your mobile workstation. Who is my favorite VTuber? Me. I am my own favorite VTuber. If I had to choose one VTuber that I would never want to go offline, it would be me. Does that help? Anyways. Yes, self-glazed. Listen, I don't have time to think of a real answer, okay? Anyways, so the backpack and the laptop both belonged to the company, okay, that I was getting laid off from. But I was like, well, fuck. What the fuck am I supposed to pack all my shit in and get the fuck out of here if I don't use the backpack? So I took the backpack with me. I still had that backpack to this day, all right? And nobody never came after me or anything for it. And I